Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite things, and without this, I wouldn't have a garden. Let's put it this way. I wouldn't be able to grow food for our family. Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California, and I'm going to talk about one of my favorite things for the garden, and I think it could be your favorite thing too. Years ago, I started using tulle, and I've been sharing that with you now since I started gardening, because without this, I wouldn't have any food growing in our gardens because all the animals would get it, or most of the animals would get it before us. This can save a lot of things because we can cover our plants like lettuce and brassicas, things that don't need pollinators. And by that, you can cover the entire plant. You won't get any whitefly on there. You won't get any aphids. You won't get the little cabbage moths laying all the eggs. You've got to do it first, because if you cover it after they're there, then you're protecting the insects and they get to eat everything up while nothing will eat them, because we have a lot of birds that take care of everything in the garden. But today, the reason I'm here is I want to see what's in here. And let me explain real quick on why this may be very special compared to these. I've been buying from a company on eBay, and I always put the affiliated link underneath so you can look at it, because for years, they used to be about $10. Now this is 54 inches wide by 40 yards long. Now, everything is fine with the company. I've been buying from day one that I've told you about it. I still buy, but I found another company, and that's what I want to see before I tell you if it's any good. Now, the difference between this company and this company is price. Shipping, cost of living, everything's gone up over the past, let's say, 5 years. So it's now gone from, let's say, $10 to about $15 for these. Now, real quick, if you only bought one, it doesn't come on the card. What they do is they take it off the cardboard and they fold it up, and they do send it like this. I only bought one from this particular company. This company that I've got the link underneath, that's about $15, but the price does go down if you buy 2, 3, and 4. They have more colors than anybody else I've seen for this price. And my favorite color has always been this dark green. I believe they call it hunter green. And this has been one of my favorite, but it doesn't matter. When it comes to your food and your plants, you can cover it in any color you want. This is a light green because look how sheer it is. So when you cover your plants, it's just a light hue on your plants, see? Now, Gary used to want red, and I do buy red periodically so he can cover the fruit on his plants because he can spot it. He can look over and go, there it is, because green kind of disappears, and so does the black. It disappears. So if you don't want to see it, in your garden, you just want your garden to look beautiful, go with either a dark green or a black, and it kind of fades away in your garden. The birds can't get to it. The rodents don't get to it. Everybody will stay away from it. The insects, it doesn't matter what color, but that's just for your own appeal, whatever you like. Now this is another company I found, and I just bought it, and it just came, and they charged $10 for this, $9.98 plus tax. So let's take a look together and let's compare it, because I have no idea if it's the same quality, if it looks the same quality. Now, if you go to a fabric store and buy this, this can run you a lot of money. Remember, 54 inches wide, 40 yards. For what, let's say $15, where you can go into a store and they can charge you $1 to $2 a yard. So that's why this is the best way to buy. You really don't want to go into a fabric store and buy it that way. So let's see what this company is, because my guess is they're all coming from the same. This one doesn't sell as many colors. And also, they charge different prices for the colors. And the cheapest one for $10 was this blue. And like I said, color doesn't matter. So let's see what it looks like. And let's compare it. This way you'll know when you're ready to buy some tulle. Now, whoa, this is thick. Let's move this over. And let's take a look at it. So this one is called a turquoise. It's beautiful. Says 54 inches by 40 yards long. Brand new, sealed, says new on it. So far, so good. Okay, let's get rid of the bag. All right. You know what? I knew it. I knew this was going to be this. See, I believe it's one company. And yes, they're all made in China. We know that. Very little is made here. I do believe, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to see and share with you. So this company is probably buying the same from this company. They're buying from the same company that manufactures them. And my guess is maybe turquoise is a really good seller or not a good seller, and they sold turquoise for $10. Then they have different colors for a couple dollars more. They didn't have the dark green, and this company that I used to buy from a lot, and I still would buy from them, they have more colors. But this one was limited on colors, and like I said, that doesn't matter. So I can tell you right now, without a doubt, look at that. This is exactly the same. And that means on a new project I'm working on, I can cover, and it's a giant project, I can cover the whole project. It cost me probably less than $10. If I was just going to cover some totes, some buckets, some dish pans, this is going to last you all season. All you need is one. You don't have to buy more than one. And I will tell you right now, though I have a whole bunch of this, and it doesn't go bad. Some of them, I bought certain colors like for Gary 4 years ago. You can store them. It's fabric. It stores forever. Just put it in a nice dry place, put it in your closet and forget about it. I am extremely pleased with this. So now I can freely give you the link on where I bought this, where I will be buying more, and I'm really pleased. See how nice that is? Is that not gorgeous? And even blue. You're going to cover a green plant. You could double it. Look at that. So it's going to sheen a little blue in your garden. I don't care. If you want to save money, then you go with this company. If you're looking for a specific color, you want a dark green or you want black. Now, I don't think they had black, but that doesn't mean they're not going to add more colors or take colors off as they run out. But I'm very pleased with the company. I will be giving them a 5-star rating. As far as shipping, I bought it on eBay. I got it in like 2 days. It was unbelievably fast. It came so quick. It came wrapped good, and I am really pleased. Now, why do I like this so much? If you've got possums, rats, mice, rabbits even, when they touch that, and it's very tiny holes, they get their nails caught in it. I've seen a rabbit fling backwards, but they can't get caught. They can't hurt themselves. They cannot die from this. They get it kind of caught for a second, and then they leap back because they think this is a trap. So they don't want to come near it, all right? So this is the way it works around here, and I have never had a problem. I don't have them chew it because they don't like the taste of it. It's kind of a nylon, so they don't want to chew it because they don't know what it is. This has been my garden lifesaver. I cover flowers that have dried if I'm collecting the seed. I cover seeds from my vegetable garden. I cover fruit on my trees. I've covered figs, nectarines, all different types of fruit, tomatoes. You can just go through and cover it. Use small pieces, use string, use yarn, get some yarn from the dollar store. Just make enough to tie, whatever way you want. But this, I'm telling you, if you're having problems gardening, this really works. I've even covered all my tomatoes that the deer were eating. The deer were coming in and taking all my red tomatoes. I covered it up. They left them alone. And for $10, 54 inches wide by 40 yards long, this will go a long ways. So I'm really excited to share this with you. I'm excited myself because I might pick up a couple different colors, and sometimes you can color code your plants as well, whatever you want to do. And look at that. Is that not gorgeous? So I hope I gave you some good insight on where to get these. Again, you can check the link out on this one. They have like 30 colors. This one didn't have as many colors. Keep an eye out, but again, color doesn't matter at all. What matters is that we cover our plants. If it's greens, you want to cover them right from the beginning. If it's just your seedlings, you cover your containers, your container gardening. Even on the ground, you can put stakes and cover it with tulle. And then once your plants start to grow, you can uncover it because seedlings are always eaten by roly-polies and all kinds of insects. You can keep the snails out with this. This has been like the miracle. I have a lot of videos on it. Go check out those videos and see how I use it because this has been a lifesaver. It's much better than the bird netting. Now the bird netting, you can pick it up at dollar stores, you can pick it up at your garden supply. The problem is the holes are large. They're about 1/4 of an inch, maybe like 1/8 of an inch. That is scary because that's what they use in other countries to trap birds, because the birds land on it and it's big enough, the holes, for them to drop their leg in. Then when they go to pull it out, they can't, and they get all tangled up. And that's how they trap birds, many times with bird netting. That happens on the garden. I've had a lot of people tell me when they use bird netting, birds have gotten caught, and if they didn't catch it in time, birds can perish. With this, they can't. I've never had a problem because they can't get stuck. The nail might get, twinged for a minute to it, but they cannot get stuck. This is safe, this is pretty, and it works. And one last secret. If you've got a stubborn rodent, and I had one once on my deck that did insist on trying to pull it off, I took a piece of tulle, I cut the length I wanted, and I soaked it in a little container with vinegar. I took it out, let it dry a little bit, and then I wrapped my plant. That night he came back, he must have tasted it, and he never came back again. You could probably spray it, but I wanted to make sure that vinegar got inside this tulle, and it worked. I don't know what else to say, but it worked, and he never came back. So that's a little hint if you've got something that's persistent on trying, because there's always going to be something. This is not 100%, but for my garden, it's been close to 100%. Let's say 99.9. So I hope I have given you some ideas on where to get it. And if you're new to gardening, you're a beginner gardener, get this. So you stay a gardener and you later on become the expert garden in your neighborhood, because you'll be able to pass that information around as to where to get this and how to use it. With that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. And you will eat what you grow because you will be protecting your plants. Oh my goodness. I am going to get a couple more, because I'm going to use this big time, because sometimes I double it up and triple it up, and it acts like a shade cloth when it's warm. So it gives it a little less intense sun. I love this. I've never bought this color. Look at that. You can't tear it. You have to cut it. Beautiful. I'm pleased.